Now, these levels will get you anything you want. I want to welcome you. Now, you can choose to step back to safety or forward towards growth. Most people have no idea that they choose the way they are to live of their own free will. Now, you have to choose the level you have to live on. You don't create it. When you underestimate your ability to win, to get good ideas, it not only weakens you, but prevents you from reaching out for the new and the exciting. You can choose the level of vibration you have to live on and having the idea that you're not going out there to get what you need to win. The higher the level you put yourself, the better things get and the less complicated it becomes. Now, I'm going to share with you 7 ways on how to move yourself to that higher level. And by so doing, bring you the results you want. I'm just going to share with you why it's important you understand what I'm about to share with you and what understanding and taking action can mean to you, as well as your results. So stay with me. The first is awareness of your true potential. Now, most people ignore this and go rush blindly to what's going on around them. I would say you have never come to a proper understanding of your true potential. Or if you did, it's only a little bit. Now, stay with me. Become aware of who you really are and how the mind works, and the laws governing your result is essential because this is something, an idea you always want to fall back on. It's not difficult, but you can do it. Everything in the universe is connected. Most people have no idea of who they really are and how the mind works. And they would if they would free themselves from their own tiny world. You have to expand your consciousness and be conscious of what's really important to you and what isn't. I want to ask you, do you have a want, a worthy goal that fills you with enthusiasm? Because if you don't, you are going to drift. If you don't know where you are going, no wind will ever be the right wind. Now, if I were to work with you personally, what I will do is I will disregard your present circumstance, your present result, and always want to know what your goal is, what you want. Everyone is being acted upon by something, an idea, and that idea is either good or bad. Now, listen up. You are not a body, but you live in a body. The physical body you live in is made out of the same substance in which everything is made out of. And so far you are living in this material universe, you are going to be using a physical body equipped with the senses to correspond with this material universe. Everything you see all around you is only a manifestation. Back of it is energy or spirit that penetrates and permeates everything. Thoughts are everywhere. It's always the thought you think. You see, Thomas Carlyle said the thought is always the ancestor to the deed. Right. Before you do something, you have first entertain the thoughts. So the secret is to entertain only good and worthy thoughts, having an achievement consciousness. Now, so simple, and you wonder why so many people still talk. It's because they don't think. But the more energy you give into what you want, the quicker it takes root in your subconscious. It's all about your attitude. Now, the second way to lift yourself to a higher frequency is avoid the complicated and focus on simplicity. Now, this is done with your imagination. You see, holding your goal in your mind and taking the necessary action calculated to move you steadily to it takes you away from the so-called status quo to a much solid ground, whereby you be a proper channel for this spirit to flow through. Simplicity is what you should focus on. You can only think of one thing at one time. You put two images in the mind, you will have confusion. Now, I want you to make a committed decision right now because now is the moment for you. The longer you push it away, the easier it is for your goal to slowly fade away. Nothing stands still. You can't change another person's attitude. Now, this is where you have it all wrong. Most people have it all wrong. You can't change another person's attitude. The only attitude you can change is your own. Now, listen up. It's much easier to move in a straight line than to drift, although most people don't know it. Improving your mind daily is worth it because it's one that pays great dividend. What the majority fail to get is that it takes energy to drift, just as it is to win. The complicated will not make things easier. Will never make things easier. The complicated just make things more complicated. And always go for simplicity. And simplicity will bring your goal closer to you. Now, the third way to move yourself to a higher frequency, and this is important, is keep moving in a straight line. This is where many people fall short. You have to base your thinking on sound ground rules if you have to move ahead and stay on the track, regardless of outer condition. And that's what I'm sharing with you right now. You have a free will, which means you can successfully contradict your own intuition. But the main reason most people find themselves disoriented in their environment is because their conscious and subconscious mind is not in sync with each other. The mind manifests through the body. Only when your conscious and subconscious mind is in rapport with each other can you perceive more clearly in the sense of getting good ideas, acting and thinking from your goal, making decision as if you have already achieved it. We place you in an atmosphere of growth. And the trick is to think what you want to think, regardless of what's going on around you. Nobody can cause you to think what you don't want to think. Doubt, worry, and fear will always want to find a direct entry into your consciousness. But when they come, ignore them. Just ignore them. Now, the fourth way to move yourself to a higher frequency is you have to be selfish, being unselfish. In other words, you have to be selfish in a healthy way. Make a committed decision right now. Now, this is all you. Nobody's going to move you to a higher frequency of thoughts, whereby you think and act from there. And by so doing, bring you the results you want. You have to move yourself. Now listen, you have to move yourself there. And I'm going to share it with you. The higher you move, the more selfish you become in a healthy way. Not all things can be shared. Now, it's right for you to be of service to others, but you do that which comes from your own mind and body that will be useful to others. Something you enjoy and love to do, something you can throw yourself into 100%. You are an individualized expression of an infinite creative power that can penetrate everything. You yourself have your own uniqueness, something that turns you on. The higher level of frequency you move, the more individualized you become. Once you have an in-depth understanding of the mind and the laws governing your results, your whole perception will change. And this is an idea that no one can take from you. You have it, it's there with you. And security is an inside job. It's all you. This is something going on in your mind. It's all about the mind. Now, the fifth way to move yourself to a higher frequency is developing serenity. It takes effort to develop serenity, especially if you're not a calm person. Those who cultivate serenity always move ahead. These are people other run to when things are not going too well. Acting and thinking from your goal produce more subjective results. Now, this does not imply strain of any kind. Straining yourself is just what you must avoid. In calmness and at peace with yourself, know that there's always a way to win. There's always a way to succeed. Most people find themselves enslaved to daily trivia. Learn to keep the door shut. Keep out of your mind and out of your world every element that seeks entrance into your consciousness with no definite helpful end in view. You get the best idea when you are at peace with yourself. There's no contradiction to this idea. Your results, whatever it is or how you want to see it, is a duplicate. James Allen said, "We think in secret and it comes to pass. Environment is but a looking glass." The thing most people fail to get is success lies and waits for those who put enough courage to actually live the way they want. Now, some people live in two worlds: the world of present circumstance, outside world, and the world of the imagination. The imagination, infinity is an art of the mind. Cut yourself from those drifters. Now, listen, the people you mix with are very much like yourself. Doesn't matter how you want to dodge this idea. You and I live in an orderly universe. Nothing happened by accident. Now, I want you to spend some time by yourself and relax and read something. I recommend The Science of Mind by Ernest Holmes. And for the most part, be grateful. You know, gratitude places you in a good vibration and draw what you want closer to you. There are a lot of things for you to be grateful for. If you don't know what to be grateful for today and really feel it. Gratitude attracts good things to you. Now, the sixth way to move yourself to a higher frequency, and this is important, is order. Order. The amount of order you you have will determine your success. Now, this is another way of saying taking disciplined action. Success is a constant movement in an upward direction. Now, in this section of order, I'm not talking about those superficial idea of order. I'm talking about order that make you do better. You see, at birth, you receive a certain vibration consisting of the combination of ethereal vibrations existing at that moment. In other words, at birth, you were equipped with everything you need to win in this game of life, and those who play poorly are checkmated. But those who understand the laws and work in harmony with it will be very much rewarded. Now, order is heaven's first law. Child need a predictable world to live in. Take that away and fear and anxiety creeps in. An infant first shows sign of interpersonal connection. Still later, you will fairly see, if you are aware, the urge to autonomy, independence, and achievement over and above the lower level. Now, you may not understand what I'm sharing with you right now. Just stay with me and you will definitely get it. There is something for you here. Pinpoint that idea. Put it in your mind. It then becomes a desire. Desire is the effort of the unexpressed possibility seeking expression through your action. And this is too often lacking because of the conditioning we're programmed with. But you can change anything by the proper use of a conscious mind. Having a worthy goal and keep getting emotionally involved with it. That goal, that idea sinks into the subconscious. Now, there's going to be conflict in your mind because you are placing an idea that goes counter to your old programming. But keep getting emotionally involved with that idea. Keep on feeding it. It sinks into the subconscious. And by the time it sinks into the subconscious, you have it because it has all of you. That is in every fiber of your being. And take action, which I'm going to share in next session. As Emerson said, do the thing and you shall be given the power. Now, the seventh way to move yourself to a higher frequency is act the part. Now, you must feel and know that you already achieve it and act from there before you can lay possession of it. Don't just act because you heard someone say you should do this or do that. At the end of the day, you come to realize that you have been putting your energy in the wrong thing. And you don't want that. Doing is not the primary cause of success. This is an idea nobody will tell you. You must be something before you can do something. And you do that only to the extent of which you are in your mind. And what you are depends upon what you think. Growth always begins from a slow degree, from nothingness. Your reach, now I want to get this. Your reach should always exceed your present grasp unless you stop growing. This is the one reason many people fall short when moving ahead. Every morning when you wake up, write out what you want on a book and keep on writing it. Now, I want you to get this. You can think yourself into all kind of negative condition just as easily as good condition. The same power that give you 1,000 will easily and quickly give you 1,000,000. And when you consciously or unconsciously visualize every kind of lack and limitation, you will create this condition. It will reveal themselves in your results. But get this, the sad truth is, this is what many people are doing unconsciously. You cannot achieve your goals until you know you can do it. But the fact is, you can do anything. What you want, the how is already here. Everything is already created. Everything is already present. Everything is omnipresent. Now think, it's important you get this. Now I want to thank you very much. This is Victor Anya. I'm back for now.